The truth is that only 1% of NEET PG aspirants create a 20th notebook that is really revisable one day before the exam. I scored a 99th percentile in the NEET PG exam, and after coaching about 100 people in my secret Telegram group. Here are the common mistakes of making a 20th notebook, how you can make sure that 20th notebook is not so lengthy that you cannot revise, and how you can add 100 extra marks to your final NEET PG score with my secret tips on what to add to a 20th notebook. And at the end, I will reveal a personal hack on how you can remember all the images that are asked in at least 90% of the questions in the NEET PG exam. So let's say you're solving a previous year question, okay, and you get it wrong, and it is about something called as a Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease. You know, this question has been asked. So since you got this question wrong, you are very tempted to put this into the bookmarks, or you're very tempted to put this into your 20th notebook. But do not make this mistake. Hold on, because if you see this topic, Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, it's a very rare topic. 99% of the time, you're not going to be asked a repeat question on this topic. See, NEET PG is about probability. You have to be able to predict which of the questions are going to come in the exam, which topics are going to be asked in the exam. If you're going to waste time into building your 20th notebook into full of these rare topics or very ratophile lines, right, you're not going to go anywhere. Your 20th notebook is going to become so thick that it is not going to be revisable. So whenever you get an MCQ wrong, you have to think for yourself, have I seen this question being asked multiple times in multiple papers? If not, forget about it. Get out of this FOMO of putting everything into your 20th notebook. You simply have to trust the process, and you have to trust me over here. So you need to solve MCQs. That is very clear, because you need to know exactly what are the important topics and what to include into your 20th notebook and what is to be ignored. So the best application that I've seen currently that is there in this entire NEET PG market is the Reflex app. And that is for a simple reason that you can go topic wise. You can solve these MCQs topic wise. And those MCQs which you get wrong, right, you can simply bookmark them. And when you bookmark previous year questions, along with a 20th notebook which you are going to revise in the future, you can just go and solve those specific bookmarked previous year questions. And in this PYQs that I noticed in the Reflex app, the explanations are not very long. So you're not going to waste a lot of time rereading irrelevant information again and again. You'll be reading crisp sized explanations in the Reflex app and the MCQs that are provided over there and the explanations that are given over there. A lot of time the Reflex app will have this charts, they will have these tables which you can simply copy and paste back into your 20th notebook or into your revision notes. And it's so simple to use, and the user interface is so simple that there is no distraction in that, and they'll only add relevant information, the relevant images that are actually asked in the NEET exam. And at least 1 month before the exam, when you want to limit your reading, you want to solve more high yield content, right, and you don't want to be distracted, that is where a high yield Q bank like the PYQ based Q bank that Reflex has, and the crisp explanations, that is exactly what you need, along with a few readings of a 20th notebook. So you will funnel it down. Use the PYQs Q bank of Reflex to funnel down the topics that you will include into your 20th notebook. You know, one day my friend told me about this very famous movie that everybody is watching on Netflix, and I added it to my bucket list, okay, but I never really made the time to or the effort to go and watch it. So people will take a lot of their time to make the 20th notebook, but they don't know when to revise it, how to revise it. So let's supposing you're taking a grand test on a Sunday. I would suggest to you that you start reading a 20th notebook on Saturday evening, because reading a 20th notebook is going to take about 4 to 5 hours to cover all the 19 subjects, correct? So you start from Saturday evening till about 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night, and next day morning when you wake up on the Sunday in a fresh mind, you give the grand test. You need not keep on revising your 20th notebook every day. Once a week is fine. Reading a 20th notebook before grand test is the ideal strategy. So now I remember the movie was Tumbad. And once I saw that movie, I removed it from my bucket list. And this is exactly what you have to do. Once you know the topic that you put into your 20th notebook, let's say it's about GCS or cholangiocarcinoma classification or glycogen storage disorders. Once you know that it is in autopilot mode in your brain, that you can recall this topic even in your sleep. See, 3 months prior, you could not remember anything about this topic. Now, because you have revised your 28th notebook every week before every single GT, you know that topic by heart. So it makes no sense for you to keep on coming back and wasting time and reading the same thing from your 20th notebook. So I would suggest you take a highlighter, you take a pen and just mark X. You just cross out the entire topic from your 20th notebook, because although you know the topic, you will be tempted, you will have that FOMO to keep on reading about the topic multiple times when that time could have been spent on reading other topics. So keep on deleting your 20th notebook, and this also comes into the part called as annotation. So earlier I mentioned a technique that you can easily use to annotate your 20th notebook and not overwhelm yourself, correct? So I'm going to give you examples of what to include and what not to include in your 20th notebook. So certain classifications like glycogen storage disorders, algorithms for gram-positive, gram-negative bacteria, the culture mediums and the bacteria that is used for, and so many other things like the toxins, okay, the classifications in surgery, the scores in surgery, the named surgeries in surgery and orthopedics, skin diseases and their peculiar features, you know, on that fishnet pattern, and those immunohistochemistry markers, and so many other things like in forensic, you have those gunshot wounds and the ranges and the way it differently appears. You know, if it is a close fire, if it's a near fire, if it's an intermediate fire, you know, so many different of these topics which are commonly asked and can be easily confused. You have to sit down one day and think, is this a topic which I may confuse, something which I personally do not like? You know, such topics you're going to pick out and you're going to put it into your 20th notebook. See, making a 20th notebook is a time-intensive process, okay? And let me tell you that one thing for sure, but it is worthy. It is worthy because your 20th notebook is that one book that you're going to study one day before the exam, and that is going to give you at least 20 to 25 questions correct. You simply have to trust me on this. So it's okay to have a very big 20th notebook for surgery, OBG, medicine and pathology, because from my experience I found that these are the most important subjects. So it's okay if this 20th notebook is going to be of 20 pages or even 25 pages, because these questions are definitely going to be asked from these subjects and you cannot miss out on those. Remember I told you about a personal hack that will help you get you a lot of images correct in the NEET PG exam. So do one thing, open your WhatsApp, okay? I want you to make a group. Add your mother into it, add your father into it, and then name the group to be Medicine RR. Medicine Rapid Revision. Now remove your mom and dad from the group. Hold on, I am going to go somewhere with this, because you don't want to be spamming your mom and your dad with a lot of medical information which may drive them very confused. So remove them from the group. So whenever you solve a question from medicine, or let's say it's a surgery RR group which has an image and you know that it is an important image, you have to screenshot that image and put it onto this WhatsApp group. Let's say you're going to screenshot the way the vegetations appear in different valvular heart diseases. So you're going to screenshot that and we're going to put it into the WhatsApp group by saying valvular lesions, valve disease, rheumatic valve disease. So name it in different ways. You know why this is very helpful? Because when you're going to revise your entire syllabus in the last 1 month, in the last 15 days, and you want to recollect of how the vegetation looks in rheumatic heart disease, you don't have to keep on going and searching in your album. You don't have to keep on scrolling in the different folders you make in your gallery, in your phone gallery about this image. You simply have to go to the WhatsApp search feature and type rheumatic heart disease, valvular lesions or vegetations, and WhatsApp will do the job for you. It will search that particular image for you, so you don't have to get confused and keep on running around, open Google and keep on doing all of this mess which will simply irritate you. Or let's say you want to revise splints from ortho. You will simply go to the ortho group and search for splints, and it will take you to all the images in that particular group where you have screenshotted different splints and you have put it onto the group. So this saves a lot of time and energy. So instead of having an entire gallery of 19 different folders for different subjects and without labeling them, you can simply create a WhatsApp group and you can put the image there with the keywords, so that when you want to search for the image, you simply use the WhatsApp search feature for your benefit. So this video would have added a lot of value in your life, but there is one more video that I want you to go to, and this is the top 50 pages of first aid that is going to guarantee you at least one question from each page. And if you read only these pages along with 20th notebook, you can easily boost your marks by at least to 40 to 50 questions. This is my personal guarantee, because my baseline GT used to be 120, 130 questions, and with these few tricks that I used, I boosted my score from 130 correct correct to 161 correct in the NEET PG exam, and I'm definitely sure that it's going to help you. I will see you in that particular video. You can click here for that particular video. Bye bye.